Psalm 9, together with Psalm 10, forms a pair meditation. Psalm 9 focuses on confidence and praise. Psalm 10 on compliance and confusion. This psalm is attributed to David. I give thanks to you, Lord, with all my heart, and I'll tell all of your wonderful deeds. David's praise is not vague, it's historical. He remembers what God has done. He tells it publicly. In gratitude, it strengthens faith by recalling evidence. David recalls moments of deliverance. Enemies retreat, they stumble and perish. God rebukes nations, evil names are erased. The key phrase here is, you have upheld my right and my cause. God's justice is not abstract, it enters real events. Then David zooms out. The Lord reigns forever. He has established his throne for judgment. God is described as eternal, righteous, impartial, and a refugee for the oppressed. Then this line, the Lord is a refuge for the oppressed, a stronghold in times of trouble. Justice and refuge belong together. Then David invites others to praise, those who know God's name and those who dwell in Zion. Why? For he who avenges blood remembers. He does not forget the cry of the afflicted. This directly answers Psalm 6 lament. God's memory protects the powerless. Then David observes moral reversal. Nations fall into pits they dug. Wicked are snared by their own deeds, and God is known by executing justice. Then a key assurance: the needy will not always be forgotten, not the hope, nor the hope of the afflicted ever perish. Delay, it's not erasure. Yeah, delay is not erasure. Then the psalm ends with petition. Arise, Lord, do not let mortals triumph. Let them triumph. Let me say this again. Arise, Lord, do not let mortals triumph. Let the nations be judged in your presence. David asks God to restrain human arrogance, remind nations they are mortal. True justice humbles power. So let's check the key lessons from this chapter from Psalm 9. The first one is praise grows from memory. Second, God's justice operates in history. Third lesson, God is refuge for the oppressed. Fourth lesson, God remembers forgotten Christ. Fifth lesson, delay does not mean neglect. Sixth lesson, prayer keeps power accountable. Psalm 9 is a song of thanksgiving rooted in God's justice. David praises God not merely for personal blessings, but for acting in history to uphold righteousness and restrain evil. God is portrayed as an eternal judge and a refugee for the oppressed, one who remembers the cries of the vulnerable and does not forget them. Though injustice may persist for a time, the psalm affirms that hope will not perish and that human arrogance will ultimately be humbled before God. Okay, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.